Today we're going to learn how to create paper cutout effect in Adobe Photoshop. We'll do two examples. In the first one, we'll place a whole person in a paper, and then in the second example, we'll cut only a portion. So without any further ado, let's jump to Photoshop. First we'll do this one. We're gonna place the whole person in a paper. I have this model, one paper texture, and the newspaper for the background. First we need to separate the model from the original background. Select the object selection tool and click select subject. Photoshop will automatically select the subject. It doesn't need to be perfect. Click the mask icon to create a layer mask. Now the person is separated from the original background. Next we're going to apply the halftone effect. Here this layer is already converted into a smart object. If not, then I would convert it into a smart object so that I have the ability to modify any filters or effects anytime. Now go to filter and select filter gallery. Before that, make sure the foreground color is set to black and the background color is set to white. If you have any other colors here, then just press D for default, which are the black and white. Now we can go to the filter gallery. Here expand a sketch and select halftone pattern. If you want, you can adjust the size and contrast. It will vary from photo to photo. Hit OK once you are done adjusting. Okay, let's first add the newspaper in the background. I don't want to work on a white background. Press Ctrl Command and D for free transform and cover the whole canvas. I'm adding a newspaper background, but of course you can choose anything. Now let's add the paper cutout effect. I'll add this paper texture. It will work great in this example. Now select the pen tool and roughly draw a path around the model. Assume that you are cutting a paper with a scissor very quickly. Now right click and select Make Selection. We can add feather later. With the selection active, click the mask icon to create a layer mask. If I zoom in, you will notice the edges are very clean and sharp. Let's fix that. Select the mask and go to the mask properties. Increase the feather just a bit. Again with the mask selected, go to Filter, Pixelate and select Crystallize. It will make the edges jagged just like a paper edge. Increase the cell size according to need. It will vary from photo to photo. See, now the edges look more like a paper. We can add the same effect to the model as well. Select the mask of the model layer. First add a bit of feather. Now go to Filter, Pixelate, Crystallize. Apply a small amount of it. I also want to match the new paper to the background paper. We can use a curve for that. We can create a curves adjustment layer from here, or since we already converted it into a smart object, so we can go to Image, Adjustments and select curves from here. Now make the white a bit darker. Also we can add just a bit of reds and yellows. There are some textures in the paper. I want to show those textures through our main subject. For that, double-click on the model layer to open Layer Style dialog box. From the underlying layer slider, drag the right slider to the left. It will take away the pixels of the model layer from the bright areas of the texture layer. You can hold Alt or Option and click to break the slider. It will make the transition smoother. I think I should make the model a bit darker as well. Create a curve and drag it down to make it a bit darker. Just a bit darker. We also need to add shadows in the paper cut. Double-click on the paper texture layer to open Layer Style dialog box. Here check Drop Shadow. Let's place it somewhere here. I also need to warp the shadow. It shouldn't be evenly cast on the background. When you add Drop Shadow, you cannot transform it. You cannot warp it or make it smaller or bigger. But there is a way to do that. Go to Layer, Layer Style and select Create Layer. It will show a warning, but hit OK. It creates a new layer with the drop shadow in it. Now we can press Ctrl Command and T for free transform and warp it. It looks more natural now. Okay, we're done with the first example. Let's do the second one. This one will be a lot easier. Here we'll cut only a part of it, for example the eye, and then add the paper cutout effect. Select the polygonal lasso tool. You can also use the pen tool if you want. Before we do that, let's first convert it into a smart object and also make a copy of the layer by pressing Ctrl Command and J. Now make a selection around the eye. Click the mouse icon to create a layer mask. So we have the eye on a separate layer. Like before, we need to smooth the edges and apply the crystallize effect. First add a bit of feather to the mask. Now go to Filter, Pixelate and select Crystallize. 3 will do in this case. Create 2 new empty layers below the eye layer. One will be the highlights and the other one will be the shadows. Now hold Ctrl Command and click the mask to load the selection. Set the foreground color to white and press Alt and backspace to fill up the selection with white. Similarly, fill it up the shadow layer with black. Now we have both highlights and shadows on separate layers. Now we just need to move the shadows and highlights with the keyboard arrow keys. Move the white upward and move the black downward. On the top of that, if you want, you can add some noise or reduce the color or maybe add a paper texture. That's totally up to you. So this is how you can create paper cutout effect in Photoshop. Hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new from it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more tutorials every week. Thanks for watching.